May all living beings thereon, the long, the great, the medium and small, those that move or stand firm, all creatures weak or otherwise, may they all receive proper care. May every being live life secure. May every being dwell in harmony and reach nirvana's boundless peace. All those invisible or outstanding, dwelling near or far away, all that are born or awaiting birth, for always may they dwell in joy. May they all receive proper care. May every being live life secure. May every being dwell in harmony and reach nirvana's boundless peace.
Good morning, Berkeley Dharma School students. I'm so happy to be able to speak to you this morning. I hope that you are all doing well, that you're healthy and happy on this beautiful Sunday morning. I was looking the other day and I noticed that it is Happy Health and Sports Day in Japan. It's actually October 12th, and so I want to wish all of you who are there a very happy Health and Sports Day. And I also hope that you had a good week. Now I've started to think, what is it that makes a good week? I remember one afternoon, I loved playing baseball, and I was on a baseball team, and I got a great hit, and it felt really good. I felt wonderful. I said, God, I really hit that ball well. I'm standing at first base, feeling great, and then I'm thinking to myself, okay, take your lead, and then what happened? I took my lead, and then I got picked off. Oh man, was I ever bummed out. Went from being a great day, a great game, to feeling like, oh my gosh, it was so bad. And I was mad, and I was sad at the same time. So in one moment, I went from happy to sad, from happy to mad. Now, I have a picture I want to show you. Do you know who this is? Take a good look. Now you may know him from a TV movie or a movie called The Avengers. This is Dr. Bruce Banner. Very, very intelligent, smart scientist, Dr. Bruce Banner. Now, do you know who this is? I think everybody knows, huh? This is Hulk. Hulk. Hulk doesn't talk much. He's big, he's strong, he's very aggressive. Are they different or are they the same person? I think all of you know. Dr. Bruce Banner, he turns into the Hulk. A very smart, quiet, intelligent human being into this green, angry, strong, monster type person. They're the same person, right? So here's another person I want to show you. Her name is Riley, okay? And as you can see in this picture, she doesn't look very happy. But here again is another picture of Riley. She's very happy. Right? So sometimes we're scared, sometimes we're angry, sometimes we're sad, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're disgusted. Sometimes we're sad because people are mean. Sometimes we're sad because we can't get what we want. Sometimes we're sad because we can't be with people we love. And sometimes we are sad and we don't even know why. Now sometimes we're scared because we're lonely. Sometimes we're scared because we don't know what to do. Sometimes we're scared because we don't know the answers. And sometimes we're scared because we're in a new situation. Sometimes we get angry because we don't get what we want. Sometimes we're angry because people don't do what we want them to do. And sometimes we get angry because we make mistakes. Now, sometimes we're disgusted because the world gets polluted and it's dirty. Sometimes we're disgusted because the country seems in trouble. Sometimes we're disgusted because people don't do what we think is right. And sometimes we're disgusted because we get picked off at first base or we lose. At the same time, sometimes we feel joy because people do exactly what we expect them to do. Sometimes we feel joy because we are with the people that we love. And sometimes we feel joy because we feel we're accepted just as we are. And sometimes we feel joy because we win. So we're all just like Riley because at times we're happy, at times we're sad, sometimes we're angry, sometimes we're disgusted, sometimes we're scared. Now this is Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha accepts us when we are happy, when we're sad, when we're angry, when we're disgusted, when we are scared. This is Namo Amida Butsu. This is the expression of thankfulness, of gratitude, knowing that no matter how we feel, no matter where we are, no matter what's going on in our life, we're accepted by Amida Buddha all the time. And these are our nenju that we carry with us. These are the beads that represent you and I. Sometimes happy, sometimes sad, sometimes angry, sometimes greedy and selfish, and thinking only of ourselves. Carry the nenju with you to remind you that even though we are angry, even though that we're sad, Amida Buddha accepts us just as we are. Thank you very much. With gratitude and how grateful I am, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. I guess I should say, oh, grateful, Namondo, Namondo, Namondo. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Carl Wilmson, and I'm going to read Golden Chain 2. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Good morning. Thank you, Reverend Kuahara and the Berkeley Buddhist Temple for your kind invitation to speak to you today. I'm glad that I'm able to share the Dharma with all of you at your Eitaikyo and Kedo services. I hope you are all well and healthy. Please join me in Gassho. Mida Chigan no Kokai ni Bombu Zen Aku no Shinsui mo Kinyu shi nureba Sunawachi ni Daihishin to zo tenzaru naru. When into the ocean of Amida's wisdom vow, the waters of the good and evil, hearts of foolish beings have entered, then immediately they change into the heart of great compassion. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. This morning I'm speaking to you from the Watsonville Buddhist Temple, and because of the COVID-19 pandemic, I cannot be with you in person. And for me today, I want to share with you that there's a slight possibility, and I say slight, that I have been exposed to the COVID virus. This happened last Sunday. So when I heard, I had to go back and I had to check to see all the people who I had come into contact with over the past few days since my possible exposure. Even with the cautions we take, it's really amazing to see how many people we come into contact with. So I contacted everyone, and I will have to follow up with them once I know the results of tests that are being taken. I've also had to sort of self-quarantine and cancel appointments and adjust things as I do on a daily basis. Today I'm feeling fine. I'm glad that I'm still able to share with you the Dharma through this video. The past few days, it's made me so grateful for so many things. First of all, to my wife for her support and concern. I'm also grateful to those who have shared their concern with me. Even though I am not sick, but just the possibility of being sick has generated a flurry of concern. I'm also being made aware of the myriad of connections we have in life and how dependent we are on each other for our daily needs in life. Just the mere and slight possibility of being exposed to this virus has crippled my movements, but also it affords me time to reflect upon my own life. And in my foolishness, I begin to imagine the worst. I'm already experiencing old age, so that's nothing new. Now I'm experiencing or imagining the experience of sickness of this virus, even though it's imagined. The only thing left for me to experience now is death. So in my foolish way, I think that the world revolves around me. I wonder, what's going to happen to all the things and all the people who depend upon me if I die? There is so much that I do at home. Who will take care of the yard? Who will water the plants? Who will mop the floors? Who will cook lunch? Who will cook dinner? Who will take out the trash? Who will clean the windows? Well, I don't do windows, but anyway, I wonder who will take care of these things. And I wonder who will take care of the temples that I serve. And as I have found out, and I have been reminded many times of this, that the world will not stop with my death. The world will continue. Someone will take care of the house, someone will take care of the yard, someone will take care of the temples. My death will be a momentary blip in the world as it continues on. This is what Shin meant when he talked about the foolish being. I wallow in my self-pity, and I revel in the idea that I am so needed in this world. Now that I am confronted with my own mortality, I call for help. You know, many years ago, there was a commercial on TV that was for the Lifeline, a way of calling for help. And in the commercial, the woman says, "Help! I've fallen and I can't get up." Now this commercial soon became very well known. It became the subject of jokes. It was in skits. It was in sitcoms, and became a well-known phrase in American culture, and even became international. So here is a short video I'd like to share with you.
Oh, Dad, before you go, I bought you something. Life Alert, as seen on TV.
Back in the day, commercials were simple and to the point, especially this classic.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Why is no one helping her? Help her!
We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
Oh, good, they're coming.
The only help I had was this life call pendant I wear around my neck. I pressed the button. I've fallen and I can't get up.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
This is Life Alert. Are you okay?
I've fallen off the ladder and I can't get up.
I have fallen and I can't get up.
This is Life Alert. Are you okay?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Help! Huh? I'm up here. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Just press this button, speak into the air.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Well, she keeps calling. What should I do?
I'll get you off that phone.
Rose, I've fallen and can't get up. Help me.
Had a great fall. Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Do you want my help or not?
I'd rather crawl.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, he's fallen and he can't get up.
There's got to be something better on than this Japanese channel.
Oh, look, that old lady falls down and can't get up in Tokyo, too.
Yeah, well, sayonara.
I can't get up, and I don't have one of those things. I shouldn't have laughed at that old lady on TV.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
See?
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. I said I've fallen.
Medic alert, at your service.
Oh, thank goodness. You see, I've fallen and I can't get...
When we were young and we were healthy, the humor in this video is, well, it's funny. when you're older like myself, the desperation and the call for help is not so funny. At my age, I'm more aware of the feeling of being alone, of being scared, and of being hurt. I believe the lifeline was created by someone who had a parent or themselves were in a position where they, or perhaps their parent, were in a helpless situation and they looked for a solution to that problem. The simple call device would reach out and the person on the other end would send help. It was designed, like its name implies, as a lifeline. And a person has to be in a desperate situation to push the button and say, I've fallen and I can't get up. It is sometimes hard to admit that we are in trouble. It's hard to admit that we need help. And perhaps it will happen at the moment we are confronted with our own death and we use the communication device, Namu Amida-butsu, the Jodo Shinshu lifeline. In truth, though, we don't need the lifeline. Amida is always and constantly and consistently concerned for us, always embracing us. The trouble with us is that we don't realize that we are in a desperate situation. We live life like we're going to live forever. We don't appreciate or realize the concern that is extended to each and every one of us. We don't realize or appreciate the Buddha's concern for us. Many of you who are here, or are listening rather, perhaps all of you, you are part of the temple because someone encouraged you to come and listen to the Dharma. Your parents made you come to the temple. I know my parents made me go to the temple. And as a result, it is an integral part of my life. And I believe that they made us come to the temple because they had a concern for our well-being. How will they handle all the difficulties life throws at us? How will they cope when life seems unfair? How will they survive the ups and downs that life brings? That's why they made us go to the temple, to listen to the Dharma. You know, when I was growing up, I didn't think that my father was concerned about me at all. He seemed to pay little attention to what I was doing. He never went to any of my school events. The very first thing he ever went to of mine was my graduation from the Institute of Buddhist Studies. And at that time, he met Reverend Kusada, and he asked, "Who is that?" And I said, "That's my teacher." And he said to me, "If he is your teacher, you will be okay." And with those simple words, I understood that he was concerned for me. And he had always been concerned for me. In the same way, Reverend Saiga shares a story about him and his father. At an early age, he became ill, and his legs began to hurt. His mother would massage his legs, but nothing changed. And then it was discovered that he had polio. Over the next few years, his left leg became shorter, and it became weaker, and soon he was walking with a very pronounced limp. He became the target of teasing and ridicule by his fellow students. And on one particular day, he was walking or limping home, and he stumbled, and he fell, scattering his books and pens all over the ground. Several students came up to him, and he thought, "Oh, they're going to help me pick up my books and things." Instead, they took his things and ran away, stopping to call him names and taunting him. So he chased after them, which only increased the teasing and the taunting. He eventually returned home in tears and told his parents what had happened. Reverend Saiga's father then took him out, and he thought he was going to find those boys, punish them, and get his things back. Instead, Reverend Saiga's father took him to a nearby pier, and they sat down, dangling their legs over the edge of the pier. His father said to him, "The boys tease you because you limp. If you don't want to be teased, then don't limp." "But Father, my one leg is shorter than the other. I can't help it but limp." "If you try, you can walk normal." Reverend Saiga thought his father was so cruel, so mean. And then he felt his father's hand on his shoulder. And as he looked into his father's eyes, he saw tears streaming down his face. And he realized now that his father was concerned for him, was always concerned for him. And Reverend Saiga says that was the first time he encountered the Buddha. And ever since that day, whenever he washes that left leg, he thinks about his father. And he thinks about meeting the Buddha on that day. Now this story, it reminds me of the little things and the big things that others do for me. And when I'm reminded that others are concerned for me, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. It is acknowledging what has already taken place, what others have been done, what others are doing and have done for me, and what Amida Buddha has done for me. Today we observe the Berkeley Eitaikyo, or Perpetual Memorial Service. And the memorial is an important time to be reminded of the profound message from our deceased parents, grandparents, friends, and Sangha members. Like our parents, Amida Buddha has a deep concern for our situation. Being alone and unable to get up, Amida has great sadness for our situation. And just like our parent, Amida has nothing but love and caring for us. Even though we are not truly physically down on the floor and unable to get up, until we sense the compassion of Amida Buddha, do we become aware of our own existence, our own predicament. One of the reasons we have names on our Eitaiko books and our Shotsuki Hoyo services, and we read the names of our members, is that there is a function and a power in their names. We are reminded of their lives, and we realize and we visualize their faces and hear their voices. You know, sometimes it's hard for us to imagine after someone's been gone for so many years. When we think about friends and family, we think 17 years, 25 years. We're surprised how much time has gone by. But I want to share with you one more story, a true story. Well, I had a home years ago doing a Makadagyo pillow service for a 95-year-old woman. The family gave to me the homyo that was in the Butsudan. Inside the envelope, with the homyo, was a very, very old yellowing letter in Japanese. And the letter was from her father. And you could tell the letter was opened and closed and read many, many times. See, this woman, she had come to America as a picture bride, as a young teenager. She never heard from her father after she left Japan until this one letter arrived in 1938. And they were his last words to his daughter. And this is what the letter said. I remember you the day you were born. I remember watching you running and laughing. Do not ever worry about me. I will meet you again today. I will meet you again tomorrow. I will meet you 100 years from now. Namo Amida Butsu. And was signed by her father, Hisaburo. Now this was a woman who was always muttering the Nembutsu. And I realized when she did it, in that moment, she became that young teenager. She became the young daughter that her father remembered. The father, who had not seen his daughter in almost 40 years, was expressing a truth. The daughter, in reading that letter, also experienced the truth. It is a timeless truth, one that no one or one thing can change or take away. It is a truth that caused both to celebrate in gratitude. Now we can understand how this father and this daughter both felt. The truth that they experienced was Namo Amida Butsu, to be constantly, consistently embraced beyond all barriers of time and space. This reminds us all of what we truly have received and what we continue to receive. And after they have attained the enlightenment of the Pure Land, our loved ones, they can return to this human world and work freely to save others, to save you and I. This is called the virtue of returning, which is to return from the other world to this world, and or from the next life to this present life. So in the word Otosan, Okasan, father, mother, it evokes a memory and feelings deep within us, no matter how much time has passed. The name Amida transmits the saving power of the vow, just like the virtues of your parents in their names. Amida's great compassion and concern for us is transmitted through the name of Amida. The Buddha's land is where our loved ones reside, and those who are born there are in Buddha's land, which is the same as Amida Buddha. They are identical, they are one. So when we say Namo Amida Butsu, it is a lifeline to our family. Despite my foolish self, from this moment to eternity, the true mind and heart, the love and concern of Amida shall continue to influence and take effect upon my life, upon your lives. And to experience this embrace is Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you all again for inviting me today, and thank you for listening. Please be well, stay safe, and healthy. If you please join me in Gassho. Nyorai yoni koshutsushi tamo yue wa tada mida hongan kai o tokan tonari gojoku akuji no gunjo kai masani Nyurai Nyojitsu no Mikoto o Shinzu deshi. The reason for the Tathagata's appearance in the world is solely to preach the ocean-like original vow of Amida, the ocean of multitudinous beings in the evil age with 5 defilements should believe in the Tathagata's true words. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
secure.